everyone, the Joyful Yogini here. It is time for the weekend reading. So this reading is for August the 27th, 28th, 29th. I am on YouTube and live on. Is that Sinister Breed in the house too? Hey, Sinister Breed is there. Oh, cool. Hey, it's been a while. I haven't been focusing on my podcast very much just because I have my TV show going. So I haven't been putting energy into it, but it's so nice to be able to connect with a fellow podcaster. Review request. Are you wanting to join me? Okay, we'll do this. We'll do a little. We'll give you a little plug for your podcast. I think that would be totally fun. And then I'm going to say goodbye because I want to get going with my weekend reading. It'd be so fun to have you on. Let's do this. Go live with Sinister Breed. We're going to do this. We're going live with Sinister Breed. Frederick is in the house as well and giving you a wave. Sinister Breed, there you are.
What's up?
Not much. How are you?
Living the dream.
You're living the dream, but it sounds like living the dream. But you're excited about it.
I'm working, that's all. Nothing much.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'm glad you can take a break and come on. When's your next podcast?
Tonight.
It's not the same time mine is. It is, isn't it?
It's on at 8 o'clock.
Oh, what's this? What time? What time zone again?
Massachusetts.
Okay, so I'm Toronto time. I'm Eastern Daylight Time. So right now it's about 30 something. What is it for you?
Oh, okay. I think it's the same time.
Damn. Our podcasts are at the same time, or my live streams at the same time as your podcast. I think we knew that. I'm pretty sure we knew that. Damn. I'll just have to. We'll have to listen to you after the fact.
All right.
Well, tell everyone the name of your podcast.
Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. We're on at 8 o'clock. Usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but now it's just Thursday and Friday. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're very fun, and they say it like it is. And yeah, cool topics. What's your topic tonight?
We don't even know yet. Don't even know.
Okay, I love it. You go with the flow. Sometimes it's just, it's the day of that the inspiration comes up. Tonight, it's actually Foodie Friday is tonight because.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we're talking about the vibration of food and how you can work with it and how it affects your body, and that how emotional eating is actually not all a bad thing. So there's some benefits to emotional eating. So we're going to be talking about that, and so we can get one with our food and not be depriving ourselves and feeling guilty if we feel like we need to have something so juicy and delicious, right? We need to have that beautiful balance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad you came on.
Well, I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah. Well, hey, if I can give you a plug, we can all support each other, right?
Exactly. Fun being family.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so thanks for coming on. I'm going to, and hey, if it's not a Friday, I can come on your podcast. Yes, I will do that. Giving myself so when are you booking me to come on?
Soon.
Okay, good.
Soon.
Yeah. All right. And I have to plan another podcast. Mine are supposed to be the first Friday of every month. So I guess I should be doing one next week. That's on Friday, but it's 12:30 p.m. Can you do 12:30 p.m. on Friday?
I can try. Well, I'm working all the time, so it's kind of a pain.
All right. Well, we'll get you on mine one of these days too.
Alrighty, that'll be perfect. Me and Billy,
Okay.
That'll be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, well, thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. So it's time for the weekend reading. So I'm going to use the Daily Crystal Inspiration Deck. How has the energy been feeling like for you? Because I would love to have some of your feedback. We might be experiencing this a little bit differently. Wow, I'm getting like sweat on my upper lip right now. I think Sinister Breed was getting me all hot and bothered, getting a little sweaty. So for me, the energy has been building up this week. I've been feeling lots of indication, okay, take action on this, take action on this, and then I'm taking action and moving forward. And so for me, that's been building up an excitement, giving me hints of abundance. So I would love to hear what's going on in your life. And for me, I have some yoga classes that I'm excited about starting in September at a local yoga, or it's a a yogurt studio. Now, it is actually a dance studio in town. This lovely woman, so it's Dance Bridge, if you happen to be. So if you happen to be in Uxbridge, Ontario, there's a lovely dance studio. Lean is the owner. She's an absolute sweetheart. She is just like, you just want to hug her. She's just so awesome. And so, yeah, I'm going to be providing the yoga classes for her dance studio, and so super excited. And what I just decided yesterday is, you know what? I'm going to do them live on Zoom as well. So for people who are anywhere around the world, if you're interested in joining my classes, I'll be doing it over Zoom as well as in person. And yeah, so that's my excitement. And I've already had some registrations. So every time I have a registration, and and I've had 2 official, but I've had 3 or 4 other people said, I'm going to register. So every time I either get that I'm going to register or the official registration, it's been building excitement. And we need to celebrate those little things, right? Those little things help us to be in a place of gratitude, helps to build up our vibration, and helps us to bring more of that awesomeness, because we want to attract more abundance. So the more abundant energy you have going on, then the more abundance in energy that you're going to be bringing towards you. So whether it's going to be people that are aligned with who you are and what you're doing, whether it's those perfect clients or that beautiful soulmate that you've been calling into your life, you're going to attract all that in. And even for if you already are in a relationship and maybe you have a family, maybe you have kids going on too, when you're building that positive energy within you, you're also affecting everyone around you. And it can help to enhance the positivity within your household, within your relationships, and building abundance within the relationship. So that's like beautiful communication. That's like more compassion and understanding. We can always get better at that, right? So it's important for us to be in gratitude. All right. So that's what I had to say. Now I'm going to pull the cards. I'm getting really comfortable here. I hiked up my dress. I have my leg on top of the ottoman in front of me. And I'm like, yeah, that's just the energy I'm in. I'm in that energy of, fuck it, I want to do what I want, and I'm going to have some fun today. And the Friday night party, well, I am calling it Foodie Friday tonight, is it's going to be a lot of fun. I feel like, okay, this energy is going to keep on building until tonight. All right, so I'm first going to ask Archangel Michael to clear all of our energy fields. So it doesn't matter if you're here live or watching after the fact. The energy of Archangel Michael is going to clear our energy fields. I'm also asking Archangel Michael to cut cords with people, with situations that are just not in alignment with our soul's purpose, not in alignment with us living our best life. All that other crap can go. So cut those cords, honey. And thank you. And then shield us in your beautiful golden light. So beautiful golden protective light. If you work with Archangel Michael yourself and you prefer to call on the blue light, do it. And if I ever share anything that you're like, that does not resonate with me, then just leave it, right? Just leave it. Only take with what resonates. So here we go. There's the first card. Let's see what else wants to come out. We got those. All right. I haven't even uncovered these three, but those three want to come out. But the first one that came out is rose quartz. It seems so perfect. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. So I keep on talking about this massive heart healing. We've all been going through a beautiful heart healing if you've been open to it. But if you're still watching this video, you're still listening, I think there's a pretty good chance that you have been going through a beautiful transformation because you're attracted to this energy. You're attracted to the healing that comes through my live stream. So that's beautiful. Like attracts like, honey. So it's fabulous that that you're here and wanting to connect in with the energy. And it's a pleasure for me to connect in with you. So we've been going through this beautiful heart healing. And in order for us to continue to open up our hearts, it's about being open and being open to change. In order to release crap that is no longer in alignment, that is no longer to help us to live our best life, we need to be open to change. Because change means we can let go of patterns, we can let go of thoughts that are associated with a distorted type of perception of things, right? Because that distortion helps us to do things in a certain way, helps us to build our energy in a particular way, and helps to attract what we have been attracting. So if we want to have change in our lives, we need to create some type of change. And so where we can start is acknowledging where our thoughts are, which is creating what type of emotions. So acknowledging those emotions, embrace your emotions, don't push them down. Like, I'm sad today, I'm scared, I'm fearful, I'm stressed, I'm anxious. Whatever thoughts whatever emotions that you're having, name them. It also helps to take, helps to take the edge off of the emotion. It also helps to get your prefrontal cortex back on track. Because if you're having an extreme emotion, so when I'm saying extreme, I mean it is affecting you. So let's say you just got some news and you're feeling anxious, or maybe you're just saying, my anxiety is coming up, or I'm feeling stressed right now. We all have our own lingo, right? It could also bring up fear too. So I think anxiety and stress is associated with fear. Actually, I feel like they go hand in hand because you're fearing what's in front of you, or you're fearing what's to come, or you're fearing of not being good enough. You're fearing you can't handle what is presenting right now or what might be in your future. So by acknowledging the emotion, by stating the emotion, it helps to get your prefrontal cortex back online, so you get your thinking part online, and it helps to soften that emotional edge that you're feeling, so you can actually get more clarity. But what I find even more useful is to use some form of creativity that you can immerse yourself in to just temporarily step away from what is stressing you out. Maybe immerse yourself in some great music. A music mix that just makes you want to dance, makes you feel your best self, makes you feel good, as James Brown would say, I feel good, right? And that can help to soften things. Back to the heart opening. So we need to be open to change, being really curious about all the thoughts that we have. Being curious about those thoughts, and do I really feel that way now? Is that really relevant to who I am today? Because who you are today is very different from, let's say, who you were 2 years ago, who you were 1 year ago, especially, right? Who you were even a month ago. Big changes have been happening within us, big transformations over the past month, more clarity on who we are and what's important to us. And so it's beautiful. And the more we keep on being curious about what's right for us, what's not right for us, it gives us an opportunity to help heal those patterns that have been affecting our heart. And when you heal, I think something just came out of my mouth. I was eating something just before and it made its way. I'm like, I'm ready for change. So If you saw that, I do apologize. Is that Warren in the house? Hey, how are ya? Okay, so we're talking about that hard. So if you have had relationships in your past that that maybe didn't go so well, they have most likely created some forms of trauma. So of either, and just examples, right? Some of the examples of things that I've mentioned already during history: not being good enough, not meeting other people's expectations, not being worthy of better, of more, not being worthy of love, of being loved, feeling like you need to jump through hoops to um, make people happy. So I stopped in my tracks there because I said that exact same thing to a friend when I was walking my dogs, about jumping through hoops for this particular. I did a wellness workshop for this company, and I that's the feeling that I had. I needed to jump through so many hoops to do something that to me was actually very simple, just to do my thing, do the workshop. I'm used to using Zoom and all that. Like, I got this. But it was to make her feel better, right? To make her feel at ease. And this is the way she does things. And she was my client, right? So of course I was going to do that. But that can be really exhausting if you need to do that day in, day out. So if you think about some relationships out in your life, feeling like you need to jump through hoops so they can be satisfied. And especially if they're jumping through hoops that they don't necessarily always float your boat. You're not being your true self. And so even an example for me is, this in other streams before, but I feel the desire to share. I feel like I'm meant to say this for whoever's going to be watching this one. So even my husband he likes things to be tidy and organized and all that. And I used to be in a place of not being able to sit down until I was getting the place in a better spot. And it wasn't for me, it was for him. And if I actually sat down to maybe watch one show and then he would walk in, I'd be like, holy crap, I got to be doing something, you know? And it's not that that was the reality of it. It was my reality, is what I felt like I needed to do, because I didn't want to feel his stress and anxiety. So a lot of things needed to change there. First of all, I needed to step within my power as to making choices that are best for me, as opposed to always making choices that were best for keeping everything calm and easy and quiet and someone not erupting, right? And then I also needed to communicate. I needed to communicate. I'm like, that's not freaking me. I'm like, if something is stressing you out, then you go deal with it. You clean it up if it's bothering you. I need to do things in my own timing. I'm not going to be stressing myself out. And then once that pressure, it's like that pressure cooker, the lid comes off. Then there's so much more ease and flow of energy within the household, better ease and flow of energy within the communication, right? Now, sometimes having those conversations in certain relationships might be, all right, well, see ya, because I can't handle this, right? You have to be prepared for what might just not work, but it's also acknowledging and the importance of you being you. That's what's really important, you being you. So there's a lot coming out for this heart healing card. So we've gone through these traumas with different relationships, and that was just one particular example. There's so many examples that could come up as to how we have experienced trauma within relationships. The planetary energy is helping all that stuff to come up to the surface. It's helping it to come up to the surface so we can speak our truth. I think that's why I'm getting throat chakra here. So we can speak our truth to what's important to us, what we need to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be satisfied. What is true to the uniqueness of who we are. And in many cases, we could be attracted to someone who is similar in the way we maybe handle things, but very different, let's say, in where our drive is, where our priorities are. And so that beautiful opposite in connection can force us to look at our crap and force us, not fork us, but force us, fork you. It makes me think of that TV show. What is it called? The Good Place. Fork off. For fork's sake. So anyways, that's a fun TV show on Netflix if you haven't checked it out, so check it out. Yes, so we need to stand in our power, speak our truth. And that helps us to create this beautiful healing. And by within relationships, it's also important right now for us to focus on what we love about them, what we love about them, what we appreciate about them. And this is whether it has to do a workplace relationship. Maybe it's with manager and employee. Maybe it's with a love relationship. Maybe it's with your mother-in-law, or that, when you think about if a certain relationship in your life has been bubbling up, stuff has been coming up. Within that relationship, it's time to focus on what you do love and appreciate about them, what you're in gratitude for. Because if you truly do want to heal that relationship, if you want a chance of healing that relationship, it's not about focusing on what is wrong with it. It's about focusing on what you love about them, on what's working, on what you're in gratitude for. Because when you focus on that, that is the energy that you're building within you. And that's what you're going to get more of out of that relationship. And it also helps to have clarity. And I'm going like this because I feel like it has to do with also listening and the interpretation of your interactions with the person. You have more clarity on that, because when you're really pissed off at something, or you're scared about something, when you're focusing on it, you're focusing on what is wrong, what is crappy about it. Who just entered the house? Is that Hills? Hey, Hills. And if you focus on that's what you're going to get more of. You're going to get more of the sludgy energy that hasn't been feeling so good in the first place. Okay? So those are the keys right now. So we're opening our hearts, and there's so much that was channeled through there. I'm not even going to remember all that to be able to summarize it. I'm going to have to watch this again myself. So, but focus on what you're in gratitude for, okay? And share it with the person. This morning I sent a text message to my husband, and it just I don't know if this is going to be word for word. It was something like, hopefully he's not embarrassed by this, but I just said, what was it? Maybe I'm hesitating because I shouldn't say it. It was something along the lines of, I'm in gratitude for how freaking sexy you are. It was something like that. And I was just thinking about you. And so that energy, that beautiful gratitude, love, sexy filled energy, I was passing on to him. And if you have any kids, you might have even heard the concept of filling someone's bucket. When you say something nice and kind and what you are in appreciation for, that helps to fill someone's bucket. And when you say something to someone that is either degrading or it's a bit of a stab, even if it's joking, but if it's a bit of a jab, but I was joking, whatever, that is actually emptying their bucket a little bit. And I want to be a bucket filler. right? And some days it's easier to fill people's buckets than others. And some days you really have to focus on filling your own bucket. That sometimes just needs to be your focus. But today, this weekend, if when and where you have the energy and it feels appropriate, fill someone's bucket, tell them what you're in appreciation for, focus on the awesomeness. So I think this card came out first and flipped out because this was going to be the big message for the weekend. The other three I'm going to look at now. So I feel like these won't be as intensive, but still important for the weekend for us to consider. You might even want to watch this one more time mid-weekend or something just to remind you about that energy. All right, so the next crystal card that came up is Aventurine. Create your own luck. Create your own luck. This, I have to tell you, is bringing me so much excitement. And I hope this can bring you excitement. Because if you've ever said, oh, they're just lucky and I'm not lucky, that is freaking bullshit, okay? You do create your luck, your own luck, because you generate abundance. You generate or you manifest abundance. And so if there's something you're wanting to create, let's focus on the creation of that. Let's not focus on, well, what if, and if this doesn't work. No, because then that's what you'll be creating. I'm not too sure who just entered the house, but I want to say hi. Mel just entered the house. Hey. So you are manifesting, you're a magnificent manifester, right? So focus on that. So, for example, at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about how I have yoga classes that I am so excited to be running at Dancebridge in Bridge. And so, registrations, and yeah, a thought might pop in, what if we get like 2 a class or something like that? And those types of thoughts, sure, it's understandable. I mean, you might get those thoughts, but I'm not going to feed any energy into those thoughts, because where your energy goes, it's like as you keep, the thoughts, the emotions, it's feeding the energy to build and to attract. So do I want to build that? No. So whatever you're trying to generate, whatever you're wanting to manifest in your life, whether it has to do with relationships, with health, with work, with financial abundance, like whatever area of your life, this weekend, we need to be fueling it with positivity, excitement of what's to come, and trusting in your own generating or manifesting abilities. The next card that came up is Pink Opal. Pink Opal. Be kind to yourself. I want to see who that is. Running McNally is in the house. Hey, thank you for joining. All right, so I'm just doing the weekend read. Oh, that I forgot to do is write a title. I could have written a title so you know what the heck is this stream all about. I forgot to do that. All right, so be kind to yourself. So this is also for this weekend. So starting today, Saturday and Sunday, do things that make you feel nourished. And the word that's coming through is cherished. What can you do to feel nourished and cherished? And in some cases, I was getting direction to come to my throat chakra. So, and communicate what you need. So if you live with other people, you're going to be hanging out with other people in any way, communicate what you need to feel good. Because maybe you already have some plans. And if the plans were to roll out in a certain way, it might create a little bit of stress, maybe a little bit of anxiety or constriction. Or hey, maybe it's just a little bit of discomfort, whatever it is. But if you were to communicate what you would really like to happen, what would really feel good, what would create more ease and flow in your day or in your weekend, as opposed to allowing your weekend just to happen to you and to sweep you up. And by you just going about your weekend as people are throwing out things for you, and I think a lot of women do this, right? A lot of moms can do this. We just, okay, yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you. And then at the end of the day, it's like, I didn't accomplish anything I wanted to get accomplished this weekend. So you can also get clear on the things that you want to accomplish as opposed to just letting the weekend happen for you or to you, and speaking your truth about what you need and making choices that will create that nourishment. Maybe some self-care this weekend. And what does that look like for you? Okay, and the final card for this weekend is Soda Light. Speak your truth, which I was being directed to that throat chakra again. Speak your truth. And I was just about to say heart chakra. Heart chakra almost came out of my mouth. And just that first card, the really important messages. If you're coming in later, watch this from the beginning so you can get the messages about the heart chakra too. So we need to speak from our heart about what we need, what we love. And I feel like there's going to be at least one really important relationship that you need to speak your truth with. And it might be scary. It might be scary because speaking your truth on what you need, this might not be for everybody. So take what resonates, leave the rest. So speaking your truth might create a disruption that will create an unknown maybe for the future, or the thought about, this is more accurate, the thought of speaking your truth in that way creates the fear of the unknown for the future, which could make it scary to speak your truth in the first place. So nurture yourself this weekend to also, for those that this resonates, to get yourself into a place of feeling like you are in your power and you can speak your truth from your heart, and trust that however things are falling out here, but however things flow is in beautiful perfection. Okay, it's in beautiful perfection of what is in alignment with you, and this is the universe lining things up. When you speak your truth, things are going to fall into place as they should. And what does that say? I see an LOL. They sure are. Hey, thanks for the hearts. And you know what? Just to bring attention to the orange. So I am wearing an orange bra today, and orange represents playfulness. And that is our second chakra, all right? Our second chakra is the center of our joy, our fertility, our creativity, our abundance, and our sexuality. So when you wear the color of a particular chakra, it gives you the vibration to help enhance and rev up that particular chakra. And I wanted playfulness today. It's also Friday, so I have my Friday night party tonight, right? 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so I always get excited on Friday. I get excited to do the weekend reading. I get excited about the Friday night party. So I wanted to build in the energy of that. And also, when it helps you to feel sexy too, right? And feeling sexy is really important. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter whether you're married or not married. It's just when you feel sexy, it helps you to feel the essence of who you are, right? And that's helping you to align with your soul, align with your soul's purpose, and allowing all the other crap to fall away. Allowing it to fall away so you can be your best self. So yeah, orange is doing that for me today. And I actually wanted to say too, my neighbor yesterday, she was wearing this beautiful dress. She always dresses so nice. And she was wearing this beautiful summer dress, just like it stopped mid-thigh. she looked gorgeous, and she was walking her dogs, looking and feeling beautiful, right? And there was this massive hummingbird on her dress. Like normally hummingbirds aren't that big, right? But it was beautiful artwork on this dress, and there was a massive hummingbird, and hummingbird represents joy. So as I was walking up to her, I just had a whole bunch of joy right in my face, and she lit me up. She lit me up just by wearing that dress. And so today I wanted to light myself up and light others up, right? So I wanted to light you up on this stream. I went for a dog walk. I wanted to light people up while I was on my dog walk. Why not? Let's fill people's buckets. Let's light up this world. Let's light up your household. Let's light up your community. Let's light up the whole freaking world, okay? Let's just get positive vibes going. So do stuff that makes you feel good this weekend, and do it within balance so you keep feeling good, not so you feel shitty the next day or the next hour. Thanks for all those hearts. Do it in a place where you feel balanced so you can keep feeling good and keep your light shining bright. And that's it for the weekend reading. So I hope you see you tonight for Foodie Friday, I'm calling it. We're talking about food. We're talking about understanding the vibration of food so you can use it as a tool. We're going to talk about emotional eating and how it's really not all that bad. We can have a balance of emotional eating. We can use it as a tool for our benefit and have a better understanding of what we need to look out for, right? So we can create that balance with food. Food can be beautiful medicine. Food can be amazing medicine. So we're going to talk about that. 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I hope to see you tonight. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Thank you so much for watching. From my light to your beautiful, sexy ass light. Namaste. Bye. All right.